And we're back. And yet another thing that's got completely out of hand. Needed to change the brake lines because I couldn't get the unions out. That went completely wrong. Started to clean the axle up a bit. As you can see, I've got it down to sort of surface rust. While I was doing that, this is the bracket that goes there that supports the brake pipe. This one, it didn't snap off, but it fell over and it didn't have a lot of strength, so I've just made one of them. I'm going to weld that on. Then I'm going to degrease it, go over with the sand it, go over with the anti-rust solution, and then just stick a coat of ZG90 stuff on it, which is like an anti-rust black paint. This is the top half. I'm going to try and sort of pay more attention to the bottom half if I can. But yeah, weld this. Ideally, if I had the steam cleaner out, I would steam clean it, but I haven't, so this is where we are. Right, weld this on, and then clean up, get some paint on, and then I've got a load of other brake lines to change on the car. Okie dokie. Alrighty, I think we're cleaned it up as best we can. Obviously, we're going to a standard, not necessarily the standard. If this was going to be concourse, not that that's something I do, it'd be all stripped properly, blasted, powder coated, possibly dipped, you know. This is clean up so it looks vaguely tidy while it's on the car. So we cleaned all the dirt off it, much of the rust as we can, easily, quickly. Changed the one wheel cylinder, which I think is that side, and it's currently in like a rust treatment stuff, which I use metamorphosis. Seems alright, none of them are that good. So wait for that to dry, turn it over, treat the rust on the other side, and then hang it up somehow and try and get a bit of paint on it. In the meantime, I'm going to take all this masking off and see. Oh, not too bad. Just going to see where I got underseal, but that's okay. Yeah, it's come out pretty nice. I'm quite happy. Get the masking tape off these threads. Yeah, which didn't work. Oh. Yeah, right. Anyway, and get it off these axes. Oh, I need to put some filler across here. Put some filler across there. There's some areas of stone chip that I need to do, like this bit here, and then drop the brake lines to the front so I can make new ones, and then put a bit more under seal up above where the tank is, across the back of the floors. And yeah, sorry, this is a bit, I'm sort of thinking as I'm talking. Yeah, right, I'll show you more in a second. Things get out of hand. So yeah, that's that turned over. The other side rust treated. We've got filler drying on the back valance. Stone chipped. Can't really see. No, you can. Well, sort of. Stone chipped the rear ends of the sills, and we're now ready. Positioned. Oh, I haven't positioned that on. Nearly positioned the arms to lift the car back up so these stands can come out, and then we can drop the brake pipes and start making the new front to back brake pipes. I think I'm going to end up making new ones for the front as well. Can't seem to get them apart. So it will have quite rocky, these axle stands. Be happy when it's back on the lift. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so it's come up quite a lot nicer than I was expecting. Stroke hoping. Excuse the mess, I'm going to have a tidy up tomorrow. It's decent paint this, but it does mark very easily, so I'm going to have to be a bit careful putting it back on. But I think the way I'm going to do it this time is put it on this bench and lower the car arm onto it. While I was waiting for that to dry and things, I put a coat of underseal on top of where the tank goes, and just had a bit left in the can, so just sprayed it around a little bit. Started making the new brake pipes, but it's not going very well. I borrowed a flaring tool off my dad, and there's a bit more skill to it than I was hoping. So this one section that I've made, the copper bit there, is getting shorter and shorter. So I decided to call time on that for today. Add a bit of a sweep up here. So yeah, that'll be dry in the morning. Fuel tank can go back in, axle can go back on, and then we can start reconnecting things once I get the brake pipes made and in. But yeah, little steps, we're getting it. And we're back. So after spending hours yesterday trying to flare brake pipe and being a complete failure, the ever helpful boys at Factors lent me their proper bit of kit. Got one of vice, so I just created a temporary movable vice arena. So I'm going to put the axle on this second trolley and make the short ones for that as an experiment, and then if they go well, do the long ones for the car, and then axle can go back on and all the other stuff, so it should be great. Okay, I either need to get him to sell me this or get one of these, because it's a different world. Also what I found was these were the threaded bits. See the non-threaded section on the end, the ones I had were longer, so it was only gripping on like 3 threads. So I popped back to AV Factors, saw the excellent aid, and Shane, thank you so much for lending me this. Got some P-clips from SAS, and now we are rocking. So we're just going to make all the other brake pipes for the entire car, and happy days. We're going to have a coffee first, in a victory coffee. Whee! Right. Alright, so I've just sort of started. It looks a bit messy, but we're going to tidy it up. I need to feed those two bits up into the engine bay, and then I can run that under the car and pull these down, roll the bench underneath to flare the ends on those. So I left them long at the moment, so I'm going to move the old ones out of the way, feed the new ones up into the engine bay, then get them screwed to the master cylinder, and then should be able to work back from there. Oh, thinking about it, need to spray the tank straps. Do that first so they're ready for the fuel tank to go on. Yay!
Cover them up so you don't see beyond the mask. My world's a dying star. Falling for you has buried me in smoke and ash. In smoke and ash. Take me to the ending of the story. I'll see you in the morning when I wake. Save me. You try to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in it.
Yeah, they've got a crossover there, which is not ideal. But other than that, I had to turn the camera off because it was taking a while too long. Pretty happy with those. I gotta stop saying I'm pretty happy with. They went well. Yeah, so I'm going to get up the engine bay, run those onto the master cylinder, and then have a look at removing and making new front ones. Then the tank straps are in rust treatment there, so I'm going to put a coat of primer on those while I'm doing the front ones. Then they can be a black paint ready, and yeah, then the front ones. Yeah, boy. So that's all new brake pipes, new brake flexibles, so I'm gonna finish tightening the ones on the front end, then fuel tank can go back in, connect that back up, and then rear axle can go on. We're getting it. Step at a time. Nice. Sorry, I didn't film that bit. Wasn't really looking forward to it. But fuel tank's back in with the resprayed tank straps. The only bit I haven't reconnected is this tube. I'm going to do that first. Then we're ready for axle. Assuming the axle still fits, which I've got my fingers crossed because, yeah. And my new camera's just got delivered, which I should be able to use with a gimbal. So we should have slightly less of the shaky videos, but we'll see. Yeah, in the words of Winston Wilf, let's not start over congratulating ourselves just yet. This can still all go completely wrong. Okay, well, should have foreseen this, but getting this one pipe back on was a lot harder than getting the fuel tank in. But it's saying it was a worrying crunch, but I don't know where that came from, so we're pretending we didn't hear that. We had a little bit of fuel come out. There was a bit in the blanking cap that I taped on there, and so this is the overflow which goes up there where you can't see it, onto that one. That's not an overflow, it's like a vent. And then there's a plastic cover which goes over this stuff, which I've got to find. Yeah, axle, let's do it.
Take me to the
little bit stressful, but axle's in. All the new brake pipes are connected and seem to have gone on quite nice. Same on that side, even though that's not quite right. That'll do. A little bit of underseal's come off there where I've had the arms, so I'll touch that up. There's a little bit of spray and mist on the back axle where it was on the stands. Should have put on the hubs, it's my own fault. And also a little bit there. But we can touch that up and blend that in. New bolts in these bottom shocks because they were too short. And yeah. Stupid cars. So I've got to reconnect the handbrake cables, bleed the brakes. What else? Exhaust back on and change the rear wheel bearings. Oh, that was on the, that's just shook off. That was already on a drip on the fuel tank from when I was installing it. Yeah. Hello. It feels like an immensely long time. Well, it probably is, to be honest, since this got pulled. I pulled this in and started going through the MOT failure sheet. Sorry. So what started off as doing the brake flexibles and one little hole in this wheel arch here turned into, and the way things do, complete rust repairs on the rear of both sides. So they now took all the old bodges out, plated them nicely, cleaned it, seam sealed it, undersealed it, took the fuel tank out, rear axle out, cleaned and painted the rear axle, and then basically 4 new brake lines and all the brake flexibles. That's pretty much all it is, which, now I'm saying it, seems ridiculous that this took me so long to do it, but and the repair on the rear valves, which I still haven't sanded yet. It has taken a long time, but everything we did, I'm not going to say we're really happy with. Came out very nicely. Really happy with the new shrinker stretcher that I bought. So it's another learning experience. Things are getting easier, stroke quicker, which is the main thing with it. The quicker and easier it is, the more of a pleasure it is. If it's a nightmare and it drags, it's horrible. So yeah, I think we got some new people on the channel. Whether they will have made it to the end of this video, I don't know. I think watching the blue Astra GT video, which is that, just parked off camera there. Welcome to you. Hopefully we'll be having some more hot hatch content soon. How soon, I don't know. I've got quite a bit of this to edit. The baby's not due for 10 days, but it should be happening Monday. It's now Bank Holiday Friday. No, it's not. It's Thursday before Bank Holiday Friday. May Day. Not May Day. Whatever. Yeah. So that could happen at any time, in which case, I think for a couple of weeks probably come to the workshop and playing is going to be, not playing, come to the workshop and working, if you're watching a bit higher, it's going to be frowned upon for a while. And also spend some time with the new baby, etc. Pretty good, I'm up, dirty inside. But I think this is probably going to be it for this car, unless we do something else. You don't need to see me bleed the brakes or do the wheel bearings there. So hopefully by the time we come back, the red Land Rover should be on the left. We'll have had a major tidy up and sort out. The blue Land Rover will be off the back left, so we can do the bulkhead repairs on that. And no, actually, scrub this bit. I'm going to do a 14,000 update. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Hope this hasn't dragged on too much. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope you've I'm not telling you how to do things. I'm just sort of learning as I go and making it up as I go. So I'm going to come in tomorrow, have a tidy up, finish off the last couple of bits on it. Yeah, thank you for watching. Please stay safe. Take care. Bye bye.